This is Greg the Tortoise. Greg takes his sport very seriously. Going to look at a graph that shows a recent journey Greg made. This is a distance time graph. It shows us times of day along the bottom and distances up the side. Let's look at some of the features of this graph. The times are written in 24-hour clock, and the distances are in meters measured from a starting point. The blue graph line shows us how far Greg has gone from the start at any given time. The nice steady slope shows us that Greg is plodding along at a constant speed, and that flat bit at the top shows us he stopped moving. No, he's not dead. This is Angelo. Angelo thinks he's Super Rabbit. Let's take a look at a graph showing a recent journey made by Angelo. We can see that Angelo is also going at a constant speed, because his graph has a straight slope. However, we can see from the long flat line in the middle that he took a long break in the middle of his journey. Not only can we see exactly what time he stopped and what time he started again, we can also work out how long he was resting for. If we follow the graph all the way to the end, we can see what time Angelo reached the final distance of 30 meters from the starting line. Race day. The intrepid Greg takes on Angelo the Ego Bunny. Let's see how they did, shall we? Because both of our graphs here show journeys made at the same time in the same place, we can put them together on a single set of axes and compare them like this. First of all, we can see that Greg and Angelo started in the same place at the same time. We can also tell that Angelo started off travelling at a faster speed than Greg, because Angelo's line, the red one, is steeper than Greg's. If we look along both graphs, we can see that there is a point at 10:30 when the lines cross, or intersect. At this point, Greg and Angelo are once again in the same place at the same time. However, we can see that Greg kept moving as his graph continues up, overtaking Angelo. If we follow the graphs right to the end, we can see that Angelo did make it to the end of the 30-meter race, but not until 15 minutes after Greg. So, Greg is the winner. Yay, Greg! This is his victory dance. What else did you expect from a hare and a tortoise? So, just to summarize, you can use a distance time graph to find out a lot of things. What time someone started a journey, how far they went altogether, their location at a given time, what time they reached a given location, how long it took to get from one place to another, or how far they travelled in a given time frame. If you're a real smarty pants, you can also use them to work out how fast they were travelling, but that's for another time. Not bad for a graph, eh? Bit like being a spy.